So I'm sure by now everybody's kept up with Chuck Schumer and the absolute idiot moron nut job this guy's turned into. And man, he's become an embarrassment for literally everybody, especially on the left. But I got to be honest, for those of us on the right, we say, go Schumer. Keep going down the road you're going because you're just making us look fantastic. But I got to tell you, man, out of all the senators, I think one of my favorites is Senator Kennedy. This guy's absolutely hilarious. He is hilarious. If you've ever watched some of the Senate hearings and when they're doing the confirmations and stuff, I mean, this guy in another life could have been, a one-liner comedian, just zinging them off left and right. This guy is freaking hilarious. And I don't know if he sits around and thinks about the things he's going to say or if these are things that just roll right out of his mouth. But I'm telling you, this guy could have been a comedian in another life. So they got him on Fox News, and he's talking about Schumer. And I'm going to tell you, man, this is just one beat down if I've ever seen it. And Kennedy, man, he's just rolling on the one-liners left and right. If you have not seen this, you got to see this because this is absolutely hilarious.
He's about as popular as chlamydia. I don't hate anybody. That includes Senator Schumer. He's very smart. On the other hand, Chuck's often wrong. He never makes the same mistake twice. He makes it 5 or 6 times just to be sure. No honest person whose IQ is above his age doesn't believe that that biological sex doesn't exist, but they do. That's what I mean when I say they're deeply weird. Our Republican secret plan for dealing with the Democrats is called Operation Let Them Speak.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I've said that 1,000 times. I said, when I'm on the political forums, and they're on there, there'll be something about AOC on there. And I'm like, please, AOC, keep doing what you're doing. And all you liberals, keep on the same boat you guys are on. Like I said, I've said in a few videos, y'all jumped off after the beating, but then you all not only jumped right back on the boat, you doubled down on stupidity. And, all this stuff going on with Maxine Waters, calling for violence against everybody on the right, which personally I think she needs to be kicked out of government altogether. I think she's an absolute waste of a human being. But you all just doubled down on stupidity. And like I said, you went right back down. You're going right back down the road that you all swore you were getting off of. And not only are you going back down the road, you're going down it twice as fast. And now you have AOC and Bernie Sanders who are out there going, trying to gin the base up, talking about Republicans, going into Republican states and try to get Democrats to come into their god-awful forums in their town halls or whatever the hell you want to call them, and trying to gin up their base and get some excitement. I'm going to tell you now, if AOC and Bernie Sanders becomes the new face of the Democrat Party, us Republicans don't have to do anything. We can just sit back and watch because they have no message. Nobody wants their message. America has voted against socialism every single time. And you have 2 socialists going out there trying to gin up the Democrat base because that's what's going on is the Democrats. Unfortunately, the Democrats are in the minority to the liberals. The liberals have absolutely hijacked the Democrat Party. I've got nothing against Democrats. If you're a moderate Democrat, good for you, because there's nothing wrong with moderate Democrats, just like there's nothing wrong with moderate Republicans. I'm a conservative. I don't know if I'd call myself, a diehard Republican, but I am a conservative. My points of view, my ideology is conservative. And you have the nut jobs. You have a few of the right-wing nut jobs that are sitting out there, some of the crazies. But unfortunately, the entirety of the Liberal Party are the left-wing nut jobs, and they outnumber the right-wing nut jobs 50-1 because liberalism has completely taken over their party, and liberalism is a losing proposition for them. So what do? They double down on liberalism. That is how dumb these people are. But for us on the right, it's fantastic. It's like I said, we can just sit back and just watch them lose election after election after election. Because until they get rid of the AOCs, the squad, until they get rid of the Bernie Sanders, and all the hateful people, the Maxine Waters of the world, we're the party of acceptance and inclusion, but we hate everybody who doesn't think like us. And that's literally what a liberal is. 100% what a liberal is. Until they weed out this rot, this cancer, the Democrat Party's over. And I'm going to say this again, and I know this is a minor point. It is not the Democratic Party. And it drives me crazy when people in government are calling their own party the Democratic Party, or news anchors call it the Democratic Party. Democratic and Democrat are two different things. There's literally nothing democratic about Democrats. Nothing at all. If it was democratic, then they would not have ousted Joe Biden and inserted Kamala Harris. They would have let things unfold naturally how it went. But there's nothing democratic about the Democrat Party. Nothing. So they pulled a coup. You know, they did their little Nazi regime coup. We're going to control everything in the party, and you're going to go along with it, and we're going to tell you who to vote for. So what is democratic about that? So it drives me crazy when people say the Democratic Party, because they're not the Democratic Party. They're the Democrat Party, and they're not even that. They're the unhinged, left-wing, liberal nut job party now, because the Democrats are by far in the minority. By far in the minority. But the most brilliant part of all this was when Kennedy said, our secret plan is to let the Democrats talk. Let the liberals talk. And I think that's brilliant. And I think that's what we should be doing. We don't really need to do a lot on the right. Just let the Democrats do their thing. The liberals, let the liberals do their thing, because they're imploding their own party as we speak. And I got to be honest, I've had a pretty good time sitting by watching it absolutely blow up in their faces. I think this is a beautiful thing. And at the end of the day, it's just going to be great for America. So, you know what? I agree with Kennedy. Let's just sit back. Let's just let him talk.